Hello, and welcome to your mini series for emotional wellness, but also this series of very easy and short practices will help you to be able to balance your emotions, deal with internal criticism, so that niggling voice that's always telling you that you're doing everything wrong, and building self-compassion for yourself, which in turn will build stronger boundaries. So self-compassion for you is the most important type of love that you can give in this world, because you have to start with yourself in able to be able to spread that to everybody else. And having self-compassion helps you have better boundaries because it makes you realize that you and your needs are equally as important as everybody else's. So it gives you a stronger sense of saying no, and you won't feel bad for saying no either. So I'm going to demonstrate these practices to you on my mat. You do not have to sit on the floor on a yoga mat. You can practice any of these simple movements sitting in a chair or even sitting on your bed first thing in the morning. So, however you're comfortable, please come into that position and we will begin. So, it's a heart opening sequence which helps you to build your emotional wellness, boundaries, and self compassion. So, the first posture is the self hug. Now, how often do you feel like you need a hug? The answer is it doesn't always have to be from somebody else. You can actually hug yourself. So, the self hug makes you feel held, lowers your cortisol, which is the stress hormone, and it also regulates your nervous system. So, it sends your nervous system into that place of calm, happy place, the rest and digest place. So it's very simple. The self hug is you're literally wrapping your arms around yourself, putting both hands onto your shoulders. As you're inhaling through your nose, you're tucking your chin and rounding your back. So inhaling, tuck chin, round back. Exhale through your nose, just coming back up to a normal seated position, letting go of the rounding of your back. Inhale through your nose, tuck your chin to your chest, really round your back. Exhaling through your nose, coming back up to a nice tall seated position. Inhale. And exhale, and begin to notice how your body feels as you move. Inhale. And exhale, and just very gently moving with your breath, noticing how your breath feels with the inhale, and how does your breath feel with the exhale as you come back up. Inhaling down, exhaling back up. And just a few more rounds of breath here. Inhale, feel the cool air around your nose. Exhale, feel the warmth of your air, of your exhale. Inhale, feeling the cool air and the expansion in your back, upper back. Exhaling through your nose, feeling the warmth, sitting nice and tall. Two more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. And the last breath. Inhale. And exhale. Just nice, tall. Drop your hands to your knees. Keep your eyes closed. Just notice how you feel for a couple of breaths. Notice the shift in your energy from before you began doing this exercise. And then take a long, deep breath in through your nose and really sigh out through your mouth. So that's the self-hug, opening your eyes when you're comfortable. The next practice I'd like to share with you is the rib expansion. Now, the breath is the quickest way that you can tap into your vagus nerve. If you're not familiar with your vagus nerve, it's a nerve that runs from the back of your tongue all the way down to the tips of your toes, and it interconnects with every single organ all the way through your body. So your vagus nerve is the quickest way to tap into your nervous system, and the quickest way to tap into the vagus nerve is through your breath. So it's a breath that is very, very calming, and it's one that you really won't do very often. So the majority of us only use 10% of our lung capacity, and we breathe into our chest. So what happens when we breathe into our chest? It signals to our body that we're in danger. Because if you go into fight or flight mode, say something horrible happens, you go into fight or flight mode, the first thing you're going to do is go into your chest. Then your body, your nervous system will think, hang on, there's danger happening. And, you go into all of those stress responses. This breath, the expansion breath, does the complete opposite. So you're putting your hands on the sides of your rib cage. And as you inhale and exhale through your nose, you're sending your breath into expanding the sides of the rib cage rather than raising the chest. So during this exercise, your chest should stay still, as still as possible, and your rib cage should be expanding outwards and back inwards again. So if you're comfortable to do so, closing your eyes down. If you're not comfortable closing your eyes, just lower your lids, looking down at the ground in front of you. And I'm going to count you in to a breath. So fully exhale all of the air out of your lungs to begin. Inhaling nose, sending the breath to the sides of the ribs. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale nose, 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice the movement in the sides of your ribs. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 more breaths. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. And just releasing your hands from your ribs, sit and notice how you feel. The longer you do the breath for, the calmer you will become, but just noticing, what is the shift within you? And when you're ready, Opening your eyes. And the next two postures are spinal flex is the next one that we're going to explore. Now, the next two postures, what they do is they massage your gut. And by massaging your guts, you release serotonin and dopamine, which are the two happy hormones, as I like to call them. So they create happiness inside you, you know, feelings of relaxation. Dopamine is the hormone which is released as a feel good, like reward um, hormone. So it's the hormones that we want zooming around our bodies rather than cortisol and adrenaline, which are the stress responses. So the next two postures, they both release serotonin and dopamine by massaging your gut. So the first one is hands are on the knees. You're inhaling, you're really stretching your chin up and arching your back forwards. Exhaling, you're tucking your chin and rounding your back, breathing through the nose. Inhale, chin up, arch back. Exhale, chin to chest and round back. Inhale up and exhaling back down again. Inhaling up. Try to do this with your eyes closed and exhaling back down again. Just nice, slow movements, breathing very steady. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale all the way up, stretch the chin up. Exhale through your nose, tuck your chin, round your back. 3 more breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And the last one, inhaling all the way up. Exhaling all the way down. And on your next inhale, just come up. Normal seated position. Hold your breath in. Hold the breath for as long as is comfortable for you. And when you're ready, very slowly release, exhale. Just sit with your eyes closed. Notice how you feel. And just opening your eyes very slowly when you're ready. And we're going to come into our final practice, which is called Sufi grind, one of my absolute favorite go-to practices, especially when I'm feeling overwhelmed or anxious. So you're rotating on your hips, you're not lifting from side to side as you go. Your seat bones stay firmly on the ground. And as you inhale, you lift your chin, rotate forwards. As you exhale, tuck your chin, round your back, rotate backwards. Inhale, forwards, lift your chin. Exhaling backwards. Tuck your chin in, round your back, and inhale. Always remember to lift your chin. Again, lifting the chin in these two exercises activates your vagus nerve, has exactly the same effect as some breath work, tapping into the vagus nerve. And just keep going at your own pace, inhaling forward, lifting your chin. Exhaling back, tucking your chin and rounding your back, and inhale. Just notice how your body feels as you move. There may be some stiff parts. There may be some resistance, perhaps trying to send your breath to those parts if you can. Change direction. So exactly the same thing, just going the other way. Notice, is there any difference in your body? Moving in the opposite direction may show tightness in other areas or perhaps areas of space. So just noticing as you move. And change direction. Really moving with your breath, long, steady breaths. As you inhale forward, exhale backwards. And the last change of direction, so going the other way. And slowly making your circles smaller. We're coming back into your center now. So very slowly take your time, coming back to your center. So circles are getting smaller and smaller, all the way until you reach your center. When you do reach your center, long, deep inhale through your nose. Hold your breath in. Really hold it in. Hold, hold, hold for as long as you can. Whenever you're ready, slowly exhale through your mouth. All the breath out. Stay seated because you will feel the movement of some serotonin and dopamine. Maybe a little tingling feeling inside yourself. Just notice how you feel. Sit very still. And when you're ready, begin to rub your palms together. Just to reawaken, have a little stretch and open your eyes. So I would recommend perhaps doing this mini series, all of the practices one after the other for like 1 minute each, or you can choose one or two practices from the series and do them for at least 2 minutes each. So if you're going to choose one practice, I would recommend at least 2 minutes, possibly three. If you're going to do two, I'd say 2 minutes each. So yeah, have a play around with the practices, see how you feel. I would recommend perhaps doing a little bit of journaling after the practices. So I'll leave you with a prompt, which is, if my nervous system could speak to me now, what would it tell me it needs? And as a follow-up to that, how can I meet my need? So just sit, have a little bit of journaling. It doesn't have to be long, just a few lines, whatever comes up from your body, not from your mind. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoy the practices and do let me know if you have any questions.